Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm inaugurating this new studio, I guess, office space, and with the second half of February readings, starting from the 15th to the 28th of February. And the way I'll be doing the readings this time is I have a very old deck of VERA SIBILLA cards, this is the backs. They're very particular, beautiful artwork that I've used over the years, but then I put aside, and I've taken them out for this inauguration. Then I have two tarot decks. I'll see from time to time, again, tarot decks that I used many times over the years. This is the Sherman Gargiulo Tarot. Beautiful deck. The first tarot deck I've ever had, so you know it's really particular to me. And then I have the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot that has specific insights, and I like from time to time to pull that up. Okay, and then of course I have my Neapolitan cards here off to the right. And, well, these were my mother's deck. This was my mother's. And, well, along with about another 40 decks of Neapolitan cards that came down to me. And I like to use that from time to time. So they're all special decks. And, of course, I have my runes that Rose in Etsy, she gave them to me as a gift. And I like to use those because they're large. They're hematite, grounding, and particular. All right, so let's go off to the readings. Hi, Gemini. It's your turn now for the reading from the February 15th to the 28th. Let's see what happens this second half of the month for you, Gemini. One. I was compelled to pull out the one. And what do we have? We have jealousy. There's jealousy, and ladro, who speaks to change. And the card that I pulled out was the messaggero, the messenger. So let's take a look at what the spread actually tells us. All right, now there's something going on. There's something rotten in Denmark, I see. Now, what I'm getting at is that you will catch wind of a development that you're not going to be so happy about. And I'll take the tarot immediately to see what realm that is in. And for the most part, the spread is talking about harmony in the initial harmony of a couple, of a friendship, of a partnership, of a business partnership is starting to feel the changes underway, negative changes. There's something, like I said, rotten in Denmark that's going to come in, hinder progress, you know, something that is going to make you think twice. And let me take these tarot right over these beginning cards. Yeah, look, it could be, this is finance, definitely, with two pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. This is definitely a change with regard to your livelihood, how you earn your money, some enterprise that you're involved with. And of course, there's the focus card, which is the denaro, money. And that is what puts a dent in your style the second half of February. Now, Don't all give me thumbs down on this. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm not a happily ever after person or a reader. I try to get the messages as they come to me. And what I'm seeing right next to this denaro is disgrazia, a disaster, something either, you know, as difficult as serious as bankruptcy, or as slight as having someone not making your commissions that month, or losing a job. But there's something that worries you on the front of the workplace. But, you know, these problems are framed on the one hand with the relationship, okay? If there's a hindrance there, you're not able to get married because, you're not able to go forward with your plans because. But on the other hand, it's framed with by the donna di servizio and the conversazione, where you come, someone comes to your aid, something comes to your aid, you are helped in some way. And a lovely, lovely development towards the end of the reading is Superbia, which is a card that speaks to success. Card that speaks to success. We have regali, which are pietre preziose, which are gifts, which are positive elements, positive development. The female lover and the male lover, one next to the other. So it's just saying that there will be a glitch in your system the second half of February, but for all intents and purposes, things will be looking up. I'm going to take the tarot on this disastro card, on the card of disaster here, disgrazia, that see what that has, if they can illuminate something. The Nine of Cups, la 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 la, wonderful. It is a disaster that will shake things up, but that will ultimately bring you joy. Sun, Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles, where you get a shock, but then you are up and running, ready to start. So it's something positive, a negativity that turns into a positive and gets you back on track. Very interesting that. I'm going to take the Sibilla on this black cat, this falsità, the lies, and see what that is all about. Let's see what that is all about. Okay. I've got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Three different suits and an erratic type of energy. The Page of Wands, where the intention is there, the intention and the passion is there, but the Knight of Swords has no holds barred. It comes in and swiftly takes over, leaving the Eight of Cups, where there is a situation, the situation is created where you get the rug swept from under your feet, you get the rug moved from under your feet, a very rude awakening of sorts, but then the sun comes in. So it seems as if you have a wake-up call, it's a call to action, and then you take up action. I'm going to take the runes and cast that over for you, cast them over the spread for you, Gemini, to see what they can add. Yes, well, the first thing I have the innamorato, innamorata, the male lover and the female lover, tear, bright stave, excellent success in matters of the heart and the union together. Now there is a group, there are three different conversations here. This was one, and then there was, again, I have a doubled sun. I have Sohilo telling you, the sun, it's right next to the sun, telling you there's success in the cards for you, in the runes for you. And then we have this Isa, which is over the card of money, the finances, and your livelihood. That will be put, the pieces of the puzzle will be put together again to aid you there. Now, there is Anzus here, bright stave, over the sponsali. This is a card of intimacy, of engagements, of coming together as a couple. And the talk again comes together with your partner to say, okay, we've had rough times. Are we going to stay together or are not? Or are we not? We need to decide, and we need to decide now, because this is the first time that we've had something blow up in our faces. We cannot let our relationship die just because of that. Okay, now what I have two interesting cards over the card of the riunione, the meeting. I've got 30 sats, which is always a difficult rune to plumb, and I have Urus Merkstave, which too is also a difficult rune to plumb. But what they together say that now, more than ever before, in that relationship, in your plans to go forward, you have to take the rein. You have to take responsibility for action that is to be taken. And when you do that, that will lead to a strengthening of your romantic and emotional relationship. It is the way you face up to the difficulties that you have that will bring to positive action. Gemini, I hope this was of help to you. Namaste, and until we read together again, bye-bye.